Welcome class to my presentation for the unit discussion for the week. So for my particular choice, I decided to look at the security breach from Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. So just in case, there is a possibility that some of you may or may not know what Cheddar's is. Actually, I didn't really know what Cheddar's was until about a year ago when we just got one in the area I live in. So just to give you a quick overview about the Cheddar's organization or company, it is a restaurant called Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. It's owned by the Darden Company. So the Darden Company as a whole owns two nicer, higher-end restaurants called Eddie V's Prime Seafood, as well as the Capitol Grill. And then it also owns several other restaurants: Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Bahama Breeze, Seasons 52, Yard House, which is kind of like a brewery, and then of course they own Cheddar's, which is what this presentation is about. Cheddar's as a general whole, you guys can certainly go look on the website and learn about them, but generally I would say they serve American fare food in a restaurant setting similar to what you'd experience in a Chili's, a TGI Fridays, an Applebee's, something along those lines, Red Lobster. And so let's talk briefly about the data breach. So Cheddar's had a data breach. They were notified, the Darden Restaurant Corporation was notified by the government that there was a breach that occurred between November 3rd, 2017 and January 2nd, 2018. This particular breach affected Cheddar's Scratch Kitchens in 23 states, with the possibility that 567,000 different credit card numbers possibly got stolen. The breach itself occurred on a legacy system that the Cheddar restaurant system was running, and that system was up and running before Darden's actually acquired Cheddar's in 2017. This was just learned about recently in the news, and let it be known that the legacy system, it has been disabled. It was actually replaced several months ago during the merger process when Darden's formally took over Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. And the company themselves, they've done a few things. They obviously issued a statement expressing their sympathy that the breach happened, the sympathy towards the customers. They have, in that speech, they basically referred the customers to check their credit, get it monitored, putting fraud alerts on their credit files. This makes it harder for people to obtain credit in their name. They've also arranged with a third-party company called ID Experts to provide identity protection services free of charge for all those customers that could have been affected. And so the company's trying to right the wrong that happened. Wasn't necessarily a wrong by them. These types of breaches occur every day. But Darden's as an organization is doing the right thing, certainly issuing their statement, expressing sympathy and condolences for the consumers, as well as hooking them up with services and companies that can protect their credit from any sort of damage. And so that's pretty much what the data breach was all about. And so thank you very much for listening to the presentation.